probably one of the few scary movies to do that. A lot of this stuff, like people say, oh, my favorite scary movie is Jason. And I'm like, man, you mean the one where he goes around and cuts people up? I'm like, why is that scary? That's just some dude going around and killing people. Like it's almost so much killing in one movie that you don't even consider it killing anymore. It's like, what are we watching right now? All right, anyway, favorite horror movie, anime or otherwise. Ryan Kosar said Halloween. Yeah, such a low budget movie, and look what happened. Mike Summers says, I really liked 1408. I co-signed that. Love Sam Jackson. Love the white guy that starred in that movie. I don't remember his name. Monique Wanamaker said, The Birds. The best example of nature run amok. I love when she comments on stuff. She also said, plus, it could really happen one day. I'm like, I don't know. Hey, I wouldn't, birds be looking kind of crazy sometimes. They'd be staring at you sideways. Like, you really don't want this, man. But Sean Darren Brown Jr. said, The People Under the Stairs is my favorite horror movie. Shane Patrick Herbert, any zombie movie and I'm good. Besides that, many good Asian horror films, no favorites. Chris Elliott came back with Chucky, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Insidious. Yeah, those are a lot of those kind of, what do you call it, cult, kind of pulpy, not pulpy, but what's the word I'm looking for? Campy, sort of, tongue-in-cheek horror movies where it's just like, guys, this is a horror movie. He also comes back and says, my favorite of all time is The Exorcist. So I can dig it. A lot of people like The Exorcist. Kimmy Crawford says Shiki, another. Casey Kozersky says, I love horror movies, but my absolute favorite is Hellraiser. Clive Barker did some creepy graphic novels too. Good stuff. Favorite anime horror movie manga is Uzumaki. Well, the movie was live action, but it was still creepy. So there you go. Some feedback in terms of your favorite horror movies. There were a few other things I wanted to get from the group. One of them, and this is a very hot trending topic, especially in 3AL, is the recently released Pokemon X and Y. As we move away from horror just for a second here, what is the best part about the way Game Freak has revamped Pokemon, the Pokemon series, the game series, in terms of what it brought with X and Y? And got a lot of answers here. The first one, Michael Tabor said, diagonal walking, LOL. Matthew Noba said 8-way run though. Ryan Koster said diagonal walking is cool. To be honest, it's them 3D sprites and how some of the moves look. Customizable characters, he also chimes in with. Matthew comes back with, I think that the methods of gaining experience are the best part. Turned 180 from the horrors of black and white, where we were punished with lower experience for grinding. Also, say what you want, but I love the Pokemon Ami. Interacting with your Pokemon is terrific. Yeah, I got to see a walkthrough with that Pokemon Ami. It's cute. I don't know. I'd have to do it with very specific Pokemon. I wouldn't do that with everybody. Like, okay, Geodude. Look, mimic my face, Geodude. Geodude. Mimic my face, Geodude. Like, okay, I'm done. So, Ryan Kosar says, super training. Monique Wanamaker says, the fact that I don't own it. Sean Crazy Otaku Dickinson says, experience. When you catch Pokemon, it makes you catch them all. Sean Newsom also chimes in with experience share and super training. Kimmy Crawford says diagonals, experience all, faster movement, and a revamped online system. He also says the graphics, the fact that they brought the nostalgia of Generation 1 back to bring everyone from all age ranges together for something new is the biggest feat they accomplished. And Matthew finally says, I have a feeling that those Pokemon that were rare in previous generations came from this one, based on seeing Wild Eevee and Riolu, that is. All right, so yeah, that was interesting feedback in terms of what is the best part of what Game Freak brought with the new and improved Pokemon X and Y. So yeah, again, odacastradio@gmail.com. If you are interested in joining the group, you don't have to be black, by the way, okay? There are a lot of black people in this group, okay? But there are a lot of people who are not black. All right, so 3AL, that is African American Anime Lovers on Facebook. Join us, check us out, post, contribute. just listen to this radio show. I'd appreciate that. The blog, svmovieblog.wordpress.com. Got the reviews, the news you can use about your favorite Asian films, or at least the ones that I am chronicling in my quest to get to 100 films. I am currently at 86. Next week, it's Wicked City and our monster movie marathon, so I'm getting excited for that. All right, guys, so when we come back from the break, a few things are going to happen. We're still kind of dabbling in the 3AL feedback here. And like I said, a few things are going to happen. We are going to get a very, very specific, very creepy story from Sean Darren Brown Jr. And you are also going to hear Ryan Kosar's favorite song of all time. Yes, Ryan, I said that. I went there. You said several times in the group this was your favorite song. Be quiet. Shut up, Ryan. Shh. Quiet. I'm going to play Ryan's favorite song, Hypno's Lullaby. It's creepy. Creepy pasta. All right, so Screen Visions Radio. We'll be back after the break. I'm Desmond Childs. Back in a bit.
New generation is back. So we're killing this track right now. We started from the bottom, but we just do it now, huh? Just follow.
난 설마 그런 말이 됐을까? 너를 떠난다고 했을까? Girl, 지금은 나를 믿어줘. 내 안에 미친 사람이 있어. 어떻게 설명해야 할지 다 변명이라 생각하겠지. 또 어제나 내가 안다. 속에 미친 사람이 있어. 떠나지 마라. 나를 떠나라. 너를 사랑해. 아니 네가 싫어. 지키는 날 떠나야 나. 도망치지 마. 나쁜 사람 아닌데 너를 사랑하는데 겁을 먹어버린 그 눈빛 이러지 마. 내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 누군가. 내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 나. Just can't control. Just can't control. Just can't control. Just can't control. 난 그 험한 말을 했을 리가. 너 다치게 한 게 나일 리가. Girl, 네 눈앞에 날 믿어줘. 안에 미친 사람이 있어. 너만 아는 날 전부 거짓말. 네가 알잖아. 아니 너는 몰라. 지키는 날 떠나야 나. 도망치지 마. 나쁜 사람 아닌데 너를 사랑하는데 겁을 먹어버린 그 눈빛 이러지 마. 내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 누군가. 내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 나.
어젯밤에 네가 봤던 낭만 내가 아니야. 아니 사실 나도 잘 기억이 안 나. 미칠 것 같아. 막으려 해봐도 내 뒤는 내 모습 병적인 수위를 초월했어. 난 너라는 치료가 필요해. 들어와 내 몸속에.
내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 누군가를 들키고 말았어. 너는 나를 아는데 네가 마지막인데 네가 떠나버린 내 모습 두려워. 내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 나쁜 사람 아닌데 너를 사랑하는데 겁을 먹어버린 그 눈빛 이러지 마. 내 속에 나 아닌 또 다른 누군가. 이제 나를 치료하고 있어. Just can't control. 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 Just can't control.
From the blog out there in Dallas, Texas, it's Screen Divisions Radio coming at ya.
That's gonna be.
SV Radio and svmovieblog.wordpress.com. I'm Desmond Childs, and this is the Screen Visions Movie Blog Podcast, wrapping things up, but still getting into feedback from 3AL, talking about your favorite horror movies. And also, if I were to give you $550 million and you could only spend it on bringing new anime series to television, what would those shows be? Let's start with the latter question first. Last time we left off, we had a few responses, sort of interesting. And since then, a few other people have also responded. I would like to say what Sei-chan said, but this name, I feel like I would just shame everybody who is in love with this manga or whatever it is. So I'm not even going to attempt it because I already have made a fool of myself several times over on the show. What the heck? It says Asake Yumeshi. Asake Yumeshi. Asake Yumeshi. Okay. Asake Yumeshi. Asake Yumeshi. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, Sei-chan says something like that. He wants that to be an anime series. Zoni Zeus says The Gray Man, High School of the Dead, Black Blood Brothers, make them remake Blood B, or Blood Plus, Segure, remake Initial D, and Hajime no Ippo, and last but not least, remake Trigon. Now, this was in response to my question of getting the $550 million and taking that and doing up some new anime series or possibly rebooting some old ones. And those were Zoni Zeus's responses. Quante Crawford says JoJo's, of course. Tengu Tenge, I think that's how you say it, would be continued. Make an anime out of Persona 2, Innocent Sin, and Eternal Punishment because no one plays those. Reboot of Shaman King that sticks to the manga. All right, Quante. Wow, kind of an outburst there. So no love for Persona 2 apparently. Now Acura says the best comment in a thread. I'm sorry. I would bring back Case Closed. Now, Detective Conan's like, it's only the most awesomest show ever. So I agree with that. Best show ever made. Nothing too special. But yeah, really appreciate the comments. Wanted to get to your favorite horror movies. Case Closed is about this detective that gets shrunken down to the size of a kid and has to find out who shrunk him, and moves in with his girlfriend's dad in order to solve more cases that may lead him to the people who shrunk him, the evil organization, as it were. That is Detective Conan in a nutshell. So, wanted to continue on to favorite movie, and as well, just like the other thread, more people have responded to the question in terms of what is your favorite movie, anime or otherwise. And Sharia Pryor says, my favorite horror anime is another. Zoni Zeus comes back with High School of the Dead, if that counts as horror. The Orlando Bolden comes at me. He goes, define your meaning of horror. Something that is actually scary or something that has killers and monsters. Quante Crawford says, The Thing and its remake. And I wanted this to be broad for a reason. I told Orlando that. Marcellus Cody says, Higurashi in the second season. It's that horrifying. Alucarda Helsing says, Saw series of the modern day of the old school